All right, got a GAC here. This is the first round. He has 3 GLs. At the end, I'll go to his thing. I started this recording and did not think to go look at his stuff. So we're going to start with this first fight. I might make a video on how to do Jedi Master Luke versus Jedi, or not Jedi, but GL Rey. And it's, people struggle with that, and it's really not that hard. The thing you have to do is go after the other 2 first. Doesn't matter who they are. Get them out and leave her last. If you try to kick her out first in 3v3, it doesn't seem to work out well for you. And I think that's probably the mistake most people are making. Now my Jedi Master Luke is fast. That's how I have him. He's got some defense and stuff, but his primary is speed. So I think he's 571, and that seems to work really well for him. So he's less tanky, but he gets out there really quick and gets things going. And so far I have not had any issues with it being that way. And this will make quick work of this. I held off on his ultimate so that they could use their specials one more time and then reset everything. There you go. Not the best banners, but I got through with 1 attack. Put a Jedi team together for this. This worked well. I never tried this before with that with the CLS team, and this worked out just fine. My offense and defense is a little bit weird because I have 1 GL and almost everybody I go up against has 3, sometimes 4 GLs. So I never know what GLs I'm going to have to deal with on defense. Sometimes there's none. Many times there's 1 or 2. And I've even had 3 and 4. And 3v3, for sure I can take out 2. But 3 and 4, that becomes a major issue. 3 if everything goes perfect, and I have no way of taking out 4 on 3v3, not with the roster that I have. And so my defense is also limited because of that. I can't put certain characters on defense because I need them for offense. And so you'll see that my defense is a little, at the end I'll show you that too, it's a little broken up, not quite how I'd like it. But again, I don't have a choice when I'm going up against people that have 2 and 3 and sometimes 4 GLs all the time. I haven't had somebody that's got 1 GL being my opponent in I don't know how long. It's like when I had 1 GL, I was going, or when I had no GLs, I was going up people that had 1 and 2, and now that I've got 1, I'm getting 3 and 4 constantly. So I don't know if you guys have the same issue, but I do. Anyways, this team works out pretty good. I think I could have done better with the banners, rewatching it, but 52 is fine. I used Padme for this. It might not be the best bet, but I don't use her for any of the GLs. And again, I didn't know if he had another one in the back, so I needed to make sure that I kept everything that I would need to counter a GL in the back. So she, I knew, would be a team that could beat this. So I just went with this. when I'm going up against that many GLs, I'm just happy to clear. I mean, it's great if you can win, but I'm more happy just to clear it. Because even if they don't put all their GLs on defense, they can put up these, you know, sometimes crazy teams. Now this guy did not have a really heavy defense. He used 1 GL and so on. So I was surprised he didn't have a second one in the back. By the way, how his front was, but it's good. Now I know I can clear him. But usually, my ships is where I win. I would say more than 50% of the time when I'm dealing with this many people with GLs. They don't have as strong of a fleet as I do. Alright. And it's the typical with the Night Sisters. 51. That's my go-to for Grievous. This one, I could have probably went with just the 2, but I brought in the 3rd to play it safe. Again, I'm going for a clear. So I don't want to take too many chances. And this is typical. The spy was available, so I took him out. Yeah, he's only gear 12, and probably should have not brought him in. But I did. So I won't get as high banners. Yeah, I usually go for the soldier. He's usually a little more squishy, but that presented itself, so I took it. And we're done. 49. Not very good. Not for a team like that. The other thing I don't do, what a lot of guys that are really good do, is they plan their attacks out. I don't. I go in almost right when the attack phase starts, and I just start taking things out. So I don't really plan or anything. Now this ends up being a good team for this. I was expecting it to do well, but it did better than what I thought it would. The Mon Mothma for me has become a very strong team. In light side Geo battles and GAC, it's all around is a really strong team. It takes out those B teams very well, and usually with max banners. So I'm really happy and invested into it. And you know, a couple of the characters that I use with the 5v5 team are also with my ships, so it was worth getting them leveled up and everything and relicked, because they get to use the ships too. I've got some good speed on the scout. He's a little over 300. Everybody else is pretty regular, nothing really fancy about them, but you need the scout to be fast. And you know, and with good crit, because he's the turn meter generator for the team. So if there was one of them to be fast, it's him. Make him as fast as you can. Along. The Mon Mothma was very good against Nute too. You just have to make sure there isn't Nest. This team really can't take out Nest. They don't do enough damage. But for Nute, it works great. All right. Start working on this side. I kind of threw these together. I wanted to use the Sith Trooper. I was trying to get the feet, so I needed 4 more, so I get 2 more out of this. So then in the next couple battles, I just need 2 more, and I get that feat. Why not? So that's why I use this combination. Nihilus is there not to annihilate, but to reduce to increase their cooldowns. That was what he was there for. Slow that team down some. Now my Vader's faster than his, so I did get the jump. I probably could have went in with just 2 characters, but I took in the 3rd just to play it safe. Yep, you take out Vader. And there you go. Do a Malak solo here. I could have just hit auto. I don't think there's a possible way that team could beat Malak. But it gave me a chance to make up some banners. Now I've learned to keep Malak on offense. He's amazing when it comes to if they have a Padme team, which I'd say almost half the time if somebody's got a Padme team on defense. So that's an easy win. And I can usually solo with something else, or if need be, I'll put them in with a group if it's a harder team. All right. I probably could have just soloed this with Skywalker, but I brought in Ahsoka anyway, so she could strip the taunt. But as you can see, it didn't really matter. Now, this is where I screw up. Not here. Here. This easy team. But I was like, I got Han and Chewie, so I need to use them. I mean, I can't have 2 strong characters like that and not use them. So I put them in a team. And it didn't work out well for me at all. You're about to see. All right, if you wanted your good laugh for the day, here it comes. And my Han and Chewie are strong. They're Relic 7, good gear. And it goes really bad, really fast. Oh my goodness. So, yeah, forfeit that one. All right, so now I go in with my troopers, and again, I'm my Imperial troopers. I still, it's a new team for me, so there's a lot of times I could be using them, I'm sure, and I'm not because I just don't know them. Yeah, I'm still debating. I'm showing you all I have left. I have like 3 or 4 teams I could have taken that out, but no, I chose to take the worst possible team out of the lineup, probably. And there we go. And this actually does pretty good. This time I'm going to focus on the battle droid and get him out. And you can even see I'm making misplays. Could have done this more efficiently than I did. And there we go. Now we're going to go over to ships. And again, this is usually where I excel. Now, I was happy to see what he had on defense because I know he doesn't have that on offense, and that's what I have on defense. But mine are a stronger team than his. So all I have to do is clear it, and pretty much I felt that I had this match in the bag. A lot of these guys that are in my level that have 3 and 4 GLs, they have weaker ships. And so, like I said, that's just usually where I shine. Now, I made a mistake there. You want to, but I should not have taken out Anakin, because now look at what they did to me. You see, he would have done he would have buffed the ships instead of doing that. Instead, see, that slows me down. It's actually better to get Anakin down and then leave him. Now, I've got videos on how to use the Rebel fleet against the Negotiator. But that was I, like I said, I saw it and I went for it, and I shouldn't have. I should have let him be. But in the end, it turns out fine. When you get that bomber out and stuff, it really helps your team if they don't have a team, you know, if they don't kill it off. But you can see now everything's getting up. Look at this. If they would just assist more right now, that would be nice. And there you go. 66. Rebels versus Negotiator. You can't complain about that. Yeah, I was verifying what they had in the starting lineup. And I have videos on how to use the Empire. Again, this is an easy one. I haven't done one with commentary, so I think I'll make one with commentary so that you can... No, I need a tank. There we go. Basically, you just cleanse the, the dots that they put on you. As long as you keep cleansing them, they can't kill you. You know, they can't take your team out. They might take a ship out or something, but that's about as far as it'll go. A lot of times I end with 65, 66 banners with this. Now, this one doesn't go as smoothly, but you'll see here what I do. That's what you want. You want the bomber to get all that out. You want to spread your target locks. Although that didn't stick. But you want to spread them. You want to try to get on as many as you can. It just beefs up your guys. Bring him out, and again, take the dots off. The little droids. Now, unfortunately, Vader got the taunt. So that's not cool. But you can see now I'm hitting harder and harder. There's 4 now with target locks. I wanted to put it on that other Vulture droid, but they're going to hit hard enough now where I could one-shot that Vulture droid all the way on the left. So I did not want to do that. There we go. I was trying to get him to go. Trying to get healed up a little bit. I should have done the heal up on Vader there, and I would have gotten an extra banner. But anyways, that's it. That's clearing that all off. Score is good. Would have had a better score if I would have one-shot that Nute team. So now what I'm going to do is take you over and see the results once he's gone. All right. All right, here's the results. As you can see, I pulled out a win. I'll show you what I had on defense. Again, it's not the best, but again, I have to have certain characters for different GL counters. So I needed to keep what I had for offense and try to do what I could with that. So unfortunately for me, this is a typical defense. Nothing to hoop and holler about. If I can get 1 or 2 holds, I'm ecstatic. But here's where I get my holds. I was actually surprised he was able to take both of those teams out, because he did not have either one of those teams. So he actually did very well with the ships. So that's it. Now let's show you what he had here real quick. He had those 3 Galactic Legends. He had Rey on defense, and the other 2 he used for offense. Not to go through his whole list, but to give you an idea. So he could have had a stronger defense than what he did. And there's my one lone one. So anyway, that's a wrap. That's one win for us. Yay. All right. Thanks for watching. Like if you like. Thanks again. Bye.